This week's Torah portion is Parshat Bemidbar. We start our new book, Sefer Bemidbar. Bemidbar is desert. Many of the commentaries discuss why is it that the Torah was given specifically in a place that is so barren like the desert. One answer that's offered is that it needs to be barren. It represents the fact that when a person works and exerts efforts and earnestness, ultimately it can bear fruit. And so the desert represents our need to invest those energies, that time, and to consume ourselves with studying Torah in order to bear that fruit. But there's another interesting insight that I saw and heard from Rav Chagai Londin, and he explains that a desert is a place that, or of constant movement. If a person sits still in a desert, they will ultimately boil from the heat. If they sit still in the desert at night, they will turn cold from the cold air at night. And so it requires constant movement. It requires constant action and reaction to the various background and the various experiences that a person has to deal with in the desert. So too with regards to Torah. Torah requires constant tnuah, constant action, constant revisiting one's actions and asking oneself, what else is required for me to progress, for me to build, for me to construct myself and further my advancements, certainly with regards to my spirituality. Hence, the Torah being given in the desert. When someone suffers from mental health, there are two things we need to understand. One is that it is procedural. It needs to be taken one step at a time. We cannot jump the gun. You cannot think too far ahead because the mind is a very complex thing. So take it one step at a time. But at the same time, we also need to understand that this person might feel like they are in a desert, barren, without hope, without a future, without something to look forward to. And for that reason, there needs to be constant action. We need to make sure that that person is engaged, that that person is reminded that there is a reason for him to live, that there is something that they can contribute, that there is ultimately a certain purpose, a certain deep purpose that they can contribute to this world and to society around them. And so there needs to be constant action, engagement, reminding them that you care, reminding them that you're there, and reminding them that ultimately they have to and should care for themselves because of what they can contribute in this world. This is the lesson we can learn from Bemidbar, from desert, not only with regards to our role as a nation, our personas as a people, in terms of our relationship and rapport with God, but also our relationship and rapport with the many people around us who might feel like they are stranded in a desert and yet need to be reminded that they can certainly take a course of action. This is the Jewish way, it is the Torah way, and it always will remain the Gila way. Shabbat Shalom.